So why am I having a hard time losing weight, or why do I keep gaining unwanted fat on my body? And listen, if you're here watching this video, hopefully you already watched the first part I did, which was step 1 on weight loss, or how to make sure your weight loss efforts produce better results. Step 1 is non-negotiable. If you missed it, go back and watch it. It's about why you're having trouble losing weight. We can link the video to this one so you can watch it. But this one is step 2. And step 2 is non-negotiable also. So step 1, you're gonna go watch the video. Step 2 is this one. But before I tell you the step, I'm gonna ask you a question. True or false? My weight loss efforts and results are highly dependent on my genetics. True or false? Go and answer that. And then the second one, true or false, the reason I'm having trouble losing weight and the reason I have a tendency to constantly gain weight is because of my parents and grandparents. It's their fault. Genetics play a major role in my weight loss efforts. True or false? Well, I'm gonna tell you this. The answer is sort of true, but not really, because genetically we're all identical. Literally, if we're 99% the same as a chimpanzee, how different are you and I? We're almost identical. So we're like 99.99999% the same genetically. Physiologically, pretty much every human body works the same. But when it comes to weight loss efforts, it's not that much about genetics. It's more about environmental factors inside and outside of your body. So number 1, I would say, is false. It's not genetics. So question number 2 was, my parents and grandparents are to blame for my inability to lose weight or my tendency to keep gaining weight. And most of you probably said, false, I'm not gonna blame my parents. And I would say that one is true. It's true, because it's not the genes that you inherited from your parents that hinder your ability to lose unwanted body weight. It's social heredity. We inherited attitudes and behaviors and patterns of thought that hold us back and don't allow us to achieve the physiology and the physique that we want. We do inherit that. Those patterns and habits and behaviors we do inherit. So 100% I would blame my parents. You have the power to change. So here's the non-negotiable step number 2. The problem is multifactorial. Therefore, the solution is multifactorial. This one gym, and I won't tell you which one, there's a row of exercise equipment, cardio equipment, like elliptical and the exercise bike and the treadmills. They're all lined up. And on the wall, there's a bunch of TVs. And there are these ladies who have been there for years. And they get on these cardio equipment and they're pedaling or pushing or walking or whatever they're doing. They haven't lost any weight. Literally, their bodies look the same today that they did 10 years ago when I started going to this gym. Why haven't they lost weight? Literally, they're working hard. I mean, they're sweating. I can tell they're working. Why aren't they losing weight? Why do they look the same? And the answer for that is because while they're on those treadmills or exercise bike or the elliptical, they're watching TV or they're reading a magazine. The point is their mind and body are disjointed. Their thought pattern is here, their body is here, and they're in 2 separate places. You can't get results that way. And now I know you're thinking, okay, maybe they're also nutritionally not doing the right thing. I think you're 100% correct. So it's multifactorial. So you can't just start exercising and expect your body to change dramatically. And you can't just start eating right and expect your body to change dramatically. And in fact, you can't start eating right and exercising and expect your body to change, because you're leaving out the mental or psycho-emotional part of the whole thing. What led us to have increased body fat and a physique that we don't like, there's emotional things there, there's mental things in there, logical things, illogical things that affect us, patterns, thoughts, behaviors, words that we use, how we think, how we behave. Then there's physical, how we move, how we act, how we exercise, and how we rest. And then there is biochemical. Think of it as 3 coins. Each coin has 2 sides, right? So when it comes to the physical side, you have to balance the exercise with rest. When it comes to the biochemical side, you have to balance nutrition with removing toxins from your body. And when it comes to the psycho-emotional, you have to feed positivity into your brain, but you have to avoid the negativity as well. What should you be doing on that elliptical when you're in the gym? You know what? Why don't you run through your affirmations? Why don't you do your visualization? You're pedaling, you're moving, you're walking, you're sweating, your heart's beating, you're breathing heavy, and you're saying, why am I doing this? Because I want to be a better parent. Because I want to be a better provider. Because I want to love how I look. Because I want my appearance on the outside to represent who I really am on the inside. Whatever it is, you go through that and you focus on how you want to look and how you want to feel while you're exercising. Every bodybuilder will tell you, when you're lifting a weight, if you don't have muscle and mind connection, that muscle doesn't grow. You have to feel it. You got to do some warm-up sets and you got to feel the muscle. Sometimes I close my eyes when I'm lifting weights because I really want to visualize that muscle getting the work that it needs, isolating it and pushing it to go beyond its limits, because that's when it grows. Take all three: psychological, physical, chemical. Address all three at the same time, and then you will see results. I hope that helped you. I'll come back with another step next time. Take care. God bless.